Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for... You have the devil want to pop out there, of course, multiple times, but this is your reading for mid-December 2022. You start off with this Lion's Mane card. It says leadership on it. I feel that leadership, to me, for you, I feel like leadership is going to be important for like the rest of your life. So anything you can take the lead on would probably be a good idea for you, especially if it's like something that you've been thinking about for a long time. I think you've been thinking about kind of going on an adventure. Like this right here is definitely an ending. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're moving on from something here, Capricorn. And, I feel like you're looking for things that are much more stable, secure. And this isn't even just in love. This is in all areas of your life. I feel like you're looking for things that match your vibration, honestly. It's like, I think you're realizing that, certain things just don't even match your energy. And I think you're realizing that if you stay stuck in those situations, that you're just lowering your own vibration. It's like if you're in relationships that aren't stable, then I feel like you're just bringing yourself down, is what this reading is saying. If you're in a job that it doesn't match your vibration, I think you're just bringing yourself down. And it looks to me, with these first few cards here, especially the Seven of Pentacles and this Ten of Swords, that I feel like you realize now that something has to end. If it hasn't already, for a lot of you, I feel this has already happened. I feel like something has already ended in your life. You've already made the decision to change direction. I feel like if this is a person, I feel like they are very surprised because, this could have happened months ago if you walked away from a person, but I think they just didn't think you had the guts here, Capricorn. And you have the Judgment card, which tells me this person could be trying to come back. I don't think you're going to let them back. But I'm just saying, we have Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, and it wouldn't surprise me if people are trying to return. But I feel like you see something as dead, done, over with. I don't even feel bad about this Ten of Swords for you. I feel like this is you. Like, as in, I feel like you see something as dead, done, over with. You're over it, and I feel like you've been over it. But it's kind of interesting because you have the Hierophant here, and it's weird because I feel like I feel like someone almost felt like they owned you if this was a person. It could also be like a boss as well, like in a career. So, take it how it resonates, but I feel like whatever this situation is, it brought too many burdens into your life, and I feel like you are looking for something that matches your vibration. And you have the Page of Wands. I feel like you're willing to go on the adventure to find it. Page of Wands, he follows his kind of like joy, bliss, happiness, and his desire. But look, we go to the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores, to the Ten of Cups, like literally following your happiness is what this is saying to me. And I feel like that's what you're doing, is like you're following your bliss, or if it's not right now, in the very near future, I feel like you are going to be following your bliss. And this is just going to lead to a better life. I don't know. I don't think this is a bad thing at all. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Two of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're looking for the real thing. I'm not even getting just love here, by the way, Capricorn. Again, I'm getting more your vibration, and it's all situations in your life. I feel like you're realizing like that vibration is like communication, and that you need to enter into situations that communicate with you. I think you're also like looking back at situations. This could be part of this retrograde, by the way, what I'm picking up on here in your reading. Makes sense. I don't think you're living in the past. I think you're just like saying like, oh, I see like why all these things didn't work out, and now I know what to do. So you're finally matching vibration is what I get here. Pretty crazy reading. I don't think I've ever had a reading that focuses on so much on like vibration or like matching vibration. I think that's always important in life personally, but this is much deeper than that. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Emperor. Didn't I say something about controlling energy? I'm pretty sure. I feel like someone thought they had a control over you. Now I think this person just looks like this right here. I think this person looks like a walrus in your life, like a joker, a clown, So some of you are definitely dealing with a clown from the past, or they could still be in your energy. I feel like you might have blocked this person just based off of what's here. And, this person might be still, like, watching you and stuff like that if it's a person. For others, this is definitely a boss here. We go this way. Remember, I was feeling control on this Hierophant card, and then we go to the Ten of Wands. I feel like someone thought they could just, if it's a boss where you worked at a place that you've left, I think this person just thought almost like they could control you with the amount of work that they gave you. I know, very specific message. And I feel like you were like, no, I'm gone, and you left this situation. With the Page of Wands, you have the Six of Swords. Definitely, I knew those were connected. Sometimes I think when this happens right here, we have the Six of Swords, Six of Swords. It's basically just the reading is saying go this direction right here to your Ten of Cups. So I would just keep moving more towards your happiness in general. Next, in the area of your next big change that's coming into your life, you have this North Node card. It says future on it. You're much more future focused. I also feel like you're not afraid to completely remove yourself from situations with that Six of Swords. It's almost as if you're just saying, like, if things don't work out, I will just start over. I will just reinvent myself. Judgment. I will answer my own inner calling. You have the World, the Six of Swords in the Judgment card. Again, this woman and this child here in the Six of Swords, they only have the clothing on their back. They didn't bring anything with them, and they're basically leaving their whole entire life behind for the hopes of a brighter future. And again, you go to that Ten of Cups, a brighter future. So I feel that if you are cutting yourself out of any situation, that you're definitely making the right decision. For others, you might not be cutting yourself out. You might just be like doing something like this. You could just be moving or making some sort of change. You could also be completing a project and starting another one. So whatever you're doing, I feel it's going to lead to a lot of success. This is also a card of vibration. You know, she has these two wands, this sorceress in the middle of the World card. And one wand kind of reminds me, or, you know, is meant to represent the Magician's wand. The other wand is more like actions that she's going to take to be successful. So she is also a fully integrated being. She has gone through the entire major arcana, and now she's like integrating her vibration. So I feel for a lot of you that this is saying that because of the things you've been through in the past, I feel like you've fully integrated your energy or something, and it's allowing you to make a very big change. I feel like you're leveling up very quickly, which is interesting because someone else recently had a big leveling up type of energy. But again, literally every single one of these cards represents like ascension or going through a major change, the World. But this right here can represent ascension. You can see that these people on the Judgment card are standing inside their coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. So I feel like you're being called to something much greater than yourself. I feel like this is some sort of, you know, calling that you are moving towards. The thing that I would say is going this direction, Hierophant, Seven of Swords, I wouldn't get too stuck in how you accomplish something. Like, let's say that you're having big dreams all of a sudden, and all of a sudden you want to accomplish something that you think might be a little bit difficult or challenging to accomplish. I think this is saying, like, don't, like, let those thoughts get in the way. Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. It's a card of doing things differently. And so I would just say you're probably going to get there, but just in a different way. With the World, what do you know? You have the Two of Wands. Normally, on the Two of Wands, the guy has the whole world in his hands. So I feel like you need to get moving into this new world. There's clearly a big change coming in for you here, Capricorn, in December, at the end of December, probably into the new year. And I feel you need to kind of like move towards your happiness, which is that Ten of Cups. So I would get moving here. It is a card of leadership. You have, you know, the Two of Wands to me is a card of taking the lead. You have this card of leadership as well. With the Six of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords. Right next to the Ten of Swords, whatever has been controlling you is dead, done, over with. For some of you, it's a person or a job or like a boss. For others, you know, it could just be anything that controls you. But, you know, we all have different things in our life. But this, to me, says that this is the end of control. You actually have a lot of control here, but this is you taking control right here, the Strength card. The Hierophant can represent control because it can represent, like, traditional beliefs. And it can say, you know, we all have certain beliefs that maybe we've believed since we were babies, you know, like things that get passed down to us, beliefs from our parents. And, you know, sometimes these beliefs can control us even into our adult years. So I feel a lot of you are just kind of removing control. With the Judgment card, you have the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be new love coming in for you. You know, if you have a new person coming in, it wouldn't surprise me if an old person feels it and tries to come back in. So you might want to do some blocking here, Capricorn, for sure, because I feel like saying this person's up to their old tricks. I feel like this person wasted your time in general. Even going this way, Seven of Swords, obviously, you know, you could have been dealing with a liar, cheater, stealer, but I feel like there's someone new that isn't a liar, cheater, stealer coming in for you. Next, In the area of the good stuff, you have this unreliable card. It says you're struggling with finishing things you start. This is the good stuff, so it doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be positive no matter what. So I feel like you are starting something or finishing something that you haven't finished. The opposite of what this card says, because again, this is the good stuff. If I can't make that clear enough, people keep saying that's a bad card in the area of the good stuff. So it's good no matter what. But I feel for some of you that you're kind of like finishing things up that you haven't finished, or you could be starting something and seeing it through to the end. You have the Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Page of Cups. I mean, down in Dirty Tarot here as well, if you've had relationships and you've never gotten married, obviously this could represent marriage, Hierophant, in your life. You could be meeting a person that you will marry in the future. Obviously, you're not going to marry them right now if you just met them, although I guess you could. But I feel like some of you could be getting into something that's like very permanent, very stable, very connected. For others, I kind of get again, this is the good stuff, and I feel some of you are releasing some thoughts that maybe have been just not helpful, things that have held you back for many years. We all have those like limiting beliefs, I feel, or things that we believe that kind of hold us back, and I feel you could be releasing some of those. This is very Neptune and Pisces. I mean, to me, Neptune and Pisces is a direct challenge to those beliefs, and so it's just normally what happens. You have the Page of Cups here. I definitely feel there could be love coming in for you, but I also feel that this could be a dream, because he's got that fish in that cup there, Capricorn, and I always say that fish might not exist. That might be something that he is imagining. It might be something that he is dreaming of being, some sort of goal, wish, or dream that he really wants to accomplish. And here you go. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is happy home, happy family. So if you're attracting love, very good reading. Even if you don't want love, and even if you do, the Ten of Cups is a dream. It is your happily ever after. This could include like starting a business or whatever. The thing about the Ten of Cups is that these people are choosing to be happy. They're standing in the real world. So the whole point of the card is that they still have to deal with everything that is going on in the world, but they have to they are choosing to focus on happiness, right? And I feel that that could be very beneficial, especially right now in the crazy times that we live in. I think it would be beneficial for you to focus on kind of what you want to create and start creating those things instead of worrying about, whatever is going on in the world, right? So I feel like this is saying like stay focused at this time. You even end with this Observer card. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but it could be saying you get what you observe. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. I do feel there could be communication coming in for you at this time from a person who's interested in you. You could be any sign. You basically have everything here. But it could be a fixed sign as well. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo. So, and those signs are kind of really popping out to me here. And, I feel this could be communication. For others, I am getting something about travel on that card, so some of you could be traveling. With the Hierophant, you have the Temperance card, literally changing your beliefs. Exactly what I said. There's something here about changing your beliefs is going to change your life. And, I think that's always true, but I feel for some of you that you could be changing some beliefs that have kept you stuck with that Hierophant card. Remember, the Hierophant is I wasn't really getting control on that at the beginning of the reading until the Emperor showed up. So, again, it was showing up on the Hierophant for me in your reading, and I feel that if there are beliefs that have kept you controlled, the good thing is that you could be paying attention to these beliefs and realizing these beliefs have kept me stuck. I need to set myself free. With the Page of Cups, you have the Death card. Definitely could be a Scorpio coming in for some of you. So, take it how it resonates. Of course, it could be any sign. But another card of change, Temperance card of change. You have a ton of major change cards. The the World, the Judgment card, even the Six of Swords is kind of like more of like a minor. That would not focus, but kind of like more of a minor change card, even though, they're making a pretty big change. So a lot of change stuff here. Next, in the area of what you don't see coming, you have this Observer card. I actually feel like there's nothing you don't see coming because I feel like you're observing the changes that are right in front of you. As I always say, I don't try to even though I label each row, I don't try to make it fit if it doesn't fit. And like I said, I feel like you see everything right now. I actually feel like your vision is very clear, and I feel like nothing can get in your way. I feel like I feel that Seven of Swords is saying like, don't make a past mistake. It's also normally my last row is kind of also like messages from your future self. And I'm kind of feeling that here for some of you, where on this Seven of Swords, I feel like your future self is trying to communicate that you shouldn't make a past mistake with a past person, especially if they come back. You have the Strength card and the Ten of Wands. So there could be like a liar, cheater, stealer. The interesting thing is that I feel like it's not right. So, I don't know. Sometimes I tell people it's like, if you want to make the mistake, go for it, as long as you learn from it, right? But for others, if you don't want to make the mistake, don't. I also feel this is saying that some of you have that Ten of Cups, whatever your big dream is, and you might be thinking like, there's no way I'm going to be able to accomplish this. But the Seven of Swords says, use your powers of, doing things differently. He's stealing those swords from an army in the background over here, and he's going to war, but he's going to war in a different way. So he's making sure that those swords can't be used against him in battle the next day. And that's what this card is really about. It's about kind of like, coming up with other ways of doing things, whatever it is that you're doing, or a different approach. It's saying like you're probably not going to get what you want by going directly for it. Like if you want to be a billionaire, it's like maybe you can't go straight to the billion, but maybe you could come up with some sort of business idea or something that you could sell for $1 billion like in the future, right? That's an overly simple explanation of what you could be doing. But again, I feel like it's kind of saying there might be some different ways to accomplish what you want. Next, you have the Strength card. I feel like you have been patient. I feel like you're being rewarded by the universe, honestly. Maybe not right now, but as we move into the new year, because this is a card of patience. It's like you're still working on yourself. She's getting that lion to submit to her, but, in a lot of ways, I feel like the universe is saying, hey, we're going to reward you for the things that you've done, for the things that you've been through, for the things that you've accomplished. I also feel like you're going to be showing off in a good way. She has her hands in a lion's mouth, and I always say, like, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth? The answer is nobody. So I feel you could be getting a lot of attention from people. You have the Ten of Wands here. It's like you're so close. You're at the, I feel like you're at the finish line here, Capricorn. I feel like you're almost done. I feel like you're, so close. Like he's carrying a harvest on his shoulders, and his home is right here. He just has to reach his home to have his harvest. So again, I feel like you're kind of like at the finish line. You're about to, complete your long journey, Capricorn. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Empress. Definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you. Remember what I was saying about your vibration being risen, or has risen, or something like that. I feel that you are in Empress mode. So, and it doesn't matter if what gender you are. I don't know why these won't focus, but it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you just need to be willing to receive good energy and good things in your life. I also feel like you need to like demand more from life. It's like the Empress. She's not going to accept some liar, cheater, stealer into her life. That lowers her vibration, So I feel like you need to kind of like focus on that. With the Strength card, you have the Fool. You're very close to the finish line. The Fool is about starting over, starting something new. He's about to take a leap of faith. So I do feel for a lot of you that there could be some sort of success or a leap of faith that you're about to take in your life. And it's going to lead to like a major new beginning. We see a ton of new beginning cards here. The World, Judgment, Six of Swords, all the tens as well. Ten of Swords twice. Tens are the end. So it's like, clearly, there's going to be some sort of big new beginning coming in for you. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Ten of Cups again. Ten of Cups twice. Love it. It's just like you're happily ever after, Capricorn. And that's all I would be focusing on if I were you. The things that make you happy, or some sort of big goal, wish, or dream. But we're going to pull 3 cards now, Capricorn. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. I'm going to answer one question. So if you have a question, feel free to pause this reading and think of your question. If you don't have a question, that's fine too. I'm going to put all 3 cards together at the end and answer it like a personalish reading. But pause now, because I'm going to answer right now. You have the Five of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. I kind of feel like if you're asking about a past person, I would say no. I feel like this is you needing to focus on the future. Queen of Swords on the table is focusing this way towards the future, and she sees things clearly now. I feel like someone could be looking at how they kind of like left you out in the cold here, which we saw in this reading, and they could be regretting it. But I feel like you're very future focused, and that's what I would be doing if I were you. I also feel that you need to kind of be more bold and assertive for all of you with that King of Wands. King of Wands is bold, assertive. He really goes for the things he wants, and he's very confident as well. The Queen of Swords, again, finally sees clearly what she needs to do. So I feel like you see clearly how to get your 10 of Cups. Like, maybe you feel it's impossible, but maybe you also see a plan. It's like, it's like I could see how I could build a SpaceX, right? I have ideas of how it could happen, but how I could get there, that's like a whole other story, right? So it's like, I think you could see the plan for your, happily ever after, you can see what needs to be done, but it might feel a little bit out of reach. I feel like this is saying, who cares? Do it anyway, right? Make it happen anyway. Don't even think about like how it couldn't happen. I would just make it happen. And that's what I feel like this reading is talking about. But this is a really good reading here, Capricorn. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.